take me back. I've got a story that you were on the ice when you were 2 or even younger.
Yeah, I started out at a very young age. One of my first memories of being on skates was I was at a small local park, Bucher Park over in Shoreview, I think. Had these little hockey skates on. My dad had like a chair. My brother was skating laps around the rink, and I was like, man, I wanna be doing that someday. I wanna go that fast. And I always had a love for skating from the start. I remember we used to get these open skate passes from Schwann's from different community events. So my dad would pay me like a nickel for every lap I skated. So it was some motivation to get, skating reps in, and eventually got pretty good at it. Joined a hockey team when I was 5 to 6 years old and played for 13 years before switching over.
So you were more, when you were that young, you were doing more hockey than ice skating, basically?
It was all about hockey. Entire childhood, yeah. Spent a lot of hours at the hockey rink. My 2 sisters and older brother also played, so when I wasn't playing, I was at the rink watching them and supporting them and just hanging out.
What did you love about hockey?
I love the competitiveness. I also always have just loved skating, going fast. I always had a passion for playing. It was just so much fun, and that was the best part about it. But I eventually figured out that I just really loved speed, so it made the transition to speed skating pretty seamless.
And you kind of gave me that story. Long story short, there just became a time where it was either I got to pick long track or hockey, basically, right?
Yeah, so basically my older brother was the first in my family to kind of dabble in speed skating. We had switched from Centennial to Roseville because my parents worked closer in the area, so it made it a lot more convenient to get to practice. And we practiced at the John Rose Oval, which has a long track oval. And my brother got into speed skating, and I was always really curious. The coaches kind of got to know our family a little bit. This Russian high-performance coach for the local club actually came to one of my practices, and he was watching me skate, and he's like, old Russian guy. He told me, "You come speed skate, your country needs you." And I was like, well, okay, I can't say no. So I followed him down to the rink and strapped on an old pair of speed skates, and that was my first intro to speed skating, and I was like really addicted. It was super cool, very different, but you could already go a lot faster because the blades are just that much longer than hockey skates. So that was my official start.
I was going to say, rest is history after that.
Rest is pretty much history.
But a little different. Hockey, it's a team. It's a team. You're working together as a team. And in long track, unless you're in the team pursuits and things like that, it's you out there, right, basically?
Yeah, it's a very different dynamic, team versus individual sports. I actually prefer individual sports better because it's more about, what you want to accomplish in the sport. In team sports, it's, all about being like-minded with a group of people. And if, everyone's not on the same page, it can be frustrating, which it was for me a little bit, especially in the years where I did both hockey and speed skating. I just found that it wasn't always easy to balance both of them. My coach wouldn't be happy that I was gone practicing and competing on speed skates, so I'd get less playtime sometimes, and it really pushed me further into speed skating actually, because it was up to me what I wanted to accomplish. So I really like that aspect of it.
How did hockey, and take away the obvious, which is skating, make you a better speed skater?
It taught me a lot of really valuable lessons, like how to work hard with people, how to compete. Taught me the value of practicing and how it, helps you improve in the long run and how to reach, goals. But I just found speed skating was the sport for me. I loved the aggressiveness of hockey, but I loved going fast out on this track even more. So.
Yeah. I know the state of Colorado would like to claim they're the #1 winter Olympic sport, but I think Minnesota could claim it as well.
Yeah, we have a lot of good athletes coming out of our state.
How much pride you got? I mean, you represent the U.S., but let's start with Minnesota. How much pride do you have just representing that great state?
Oh, so much. I love Minnesota, and I'm really proud to call it my home. Just the community there, and everyone supports each other. It's like a feeling like no other. It's not the same out here in Utah. I definitely miss being home and just having the people around me that I do.
And with that, then moving forward on the international stage, putting on the red, white, and blue, what's it like representing the U.S. out there?
It's such an honor. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite thing to do. I feel very blessed to be competing with the flag on my back.
Yeah.
It's truly special.
What would it mean to be in those Olympic Games? I know it's a day at a time, it's a process, but
yeah,
what
it's
would it mean?
definitely a journey getting there, but it's always been a lifelong goal of mine. I remember as a child watching, Michael Phelps, Simone Biles, the greats of a lot of different sports compete on the Olympic stage, and I always knew that was something I wanted to achieve. So it would mean the world to qualify and be able to represent my country there.
Was there one point in your life you wanted to do hockey? It would be like Hillary Knight?
Yeah, there was. And then as I started to figure things out in speed skating and compete at Junior Worlds and eventually on the Senior World Cup level, it became really clear to me that that's what I was destined to do and that's where I wanted to go in the sport.
Brittany and Erin, what do they mean to this team?
Oh my goodness, they're incredible role models. It's such an honor to be able to skate with them every day. I've learned so much from them. They are really down-to-earth people, super hard workers, and just great role models for young girls coming into the sport.
Definitely helped this. This team has become a pretty talented group of.
It's a very talented group of skaters, and I just feel very blessed that I'm able to be out here to train with them all.
Okay, last question for me, the technical aspect. You're a great athlete, you've got history, you put in the work, but it's little things like your blades have to be perfect, right? And all that stuff?
Yeah, the little things make the biggest difference in this sport. It's all about skating as efficiently and as effectively as possible, putting pressure down in the right way on the ice, having your blades set up in a manner where they track the corners correctly, where they're touching the ice just enough to get the optimal amount of pressure down so you don't dump speed.
Yeah.
It's a very fine art, and I'm still learning, and the more you clean up technically, the faster you go. So
I love it.
Very rewarding.